Hello everyone, myself Brunda. I am studying at Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering in 7th Sem. Let me discuss today about industrial development in Gujarat from the course Environment Protection and Management. The contents are Introduction, Context, Industrial Development and Wetlands, Environmental Impact Assessment, Public Interest Litigation, Community Engagement, Outcomes and Recommendation, and finally Conclusion. Introduction. Gujarat, a leading industrial hub in India, has undergone rapid and economic transformation, attracting significant investments in various sectors, including manufacturing, chemicals, and textiles. While this industrial boom has contributed to the state's economic growth, it also raised critical concerns regarding environmental sustainability and the impacts on local communities, particularly those reliant on agriculture and natural resources. This case study focuses on the consequences of industrial development on wetlands and agricultural livelihoods in Gujarat. Wetlands play a vital role in supporting biodiversity, regulating water resources, and providing essential economic services. However, industrial expansion often leads to the degradation of these ecosystems, threatening both environmental health and the livelihoods of local farmers. Through an examination of the environmental impact assessment process, interest, litigation initiations, and communities engagement efforts, this study aims to highlight the challenges and opportunities in balancing industrial growth with ecological presentation and social equity. By exploring these dimensions, the case study seeks to inform future policies and practices that prioritize the sustainable development in Gujarat. The context. The state of Gujarat is home to diverse ecosystems, including wetlands that are crucial for biodiversity, water regulation, and the livelihood of local communities. As industrial projects such as chemical plant and industrial parks have expanded, concerns have arisen regarding their effects on these sensitive environments and the agricultural practices that depend on them. Industrial development and wetlands. One notable project is the establishment of chemical industrial estate near the Vadodara region. The project required extensive land use changes leading to the degradation of adjacent wetlands. Key impacts included loss of biodiversity, water quality deterioration, displacement of communities. These are the industrial development and wetlands included. Case study example. In the Vadodara region, a chemical industrial estate was proposed near a significant wetland. This development raised alarms among local residents and environmentalists due to the potential risk associated with water contamination and loss of biodiversity. Key concerns included are runoff contamination, the potential for chemical runoff to enter wetland areas threatening both ecosystem and drinking water supplies, impact on fishing and agriculture. Local communities that depend on fishing and agriculture face the prospect of declining the resources and income as water quality deteriorated and access to fertile land diminished. Environmental impact assessment, the background. In recent years, the establishment of chemical industrial estate near Vadodara has become a focal point for discussion around environmental impact assessment in Gujarat. Project overview. The proposed industrial estate was designed to accommodate multiple chemical manufacturing units. Local authorities projected that it would create jobs and enhance economic development. However, the region's wetland, vital for biodiversity and local agriculture, were at risk of degradation. EIA process, screening, scoping. The project was classified as requiring an EIA due to its potential environmental impacts on nearby wetlands and agricultural land. Scoping. Stakeholders, including local farmers, environmental NGOs, and government agencies, were consulted to identify key environmental issues. Concerns included water quality, biodiversity loss, and impacts on local livelihood. Impact assessment. Baseline studies. Comprehensive studies were conducted to document existing environmental conditions, including water quality, flora and flora, and socio-economic conditions of local communities. Impact prediction. The assessment predicted that industrial runoff cloud contaminate local water sources, adversely affecting both aquatic ecosystem and agriculture productivity. EIA report preparation. The findings were compiled into a detailed EIA report which outlined potential impact, proposed mitigation strategies, and the result of public consultations. Public interest litigation (PIL). In the response of the environmental degradation and disruption of livelihood affect communities and environmental activity field, PILs against the project. Key aspects included are legal challenges, court ruling. There are the two PIS, PILs. The legal challenges include petitioners argued that the project violated environmental laws and overlooked the rights of local communities. And the court ruling, the court ordered a review of the EIA process and mandated strict regulations on industrial discharges, highlighting the need for better environmental governance. Community engagement. What are the points included in the community engagements are was crucial in addressing the impact of industrial development efforts included are awareness campaigns. NGOs organize workshops to educate local residents about their rights and the importance of environmental conservation. Collective actions. Farmers and local communities formed coalitions to advocate for sustainable practices and demand accountability from industrial developers. Let me look over about outcomes and recommendations. While the PL brought some temporary relief, ongoing challenges remain. Key recommendations for future industrial projects in Gujarat include strengthening EIA process, ensure comprehensive assessment that consider cumulative impact on ecosystem and livelihoods, enhancing public participation, create mechanisms for meaningful community involvement throughout the EIA process and project planning, implementing sustainable practices, encourage industries to adopt environmentally friendly practices and invest in pollution control technologies, monitoring and compliance, establish robust monitoring system to ensure compliance with environmental regulations and protect local ecosystems. Finally, let me look over about the conclusion part. The case study highlights the complex interplay between the industrial development, environmental sustainability, and community livelihood in Gujarat. Where we have seen the case study here, we look over about the case study, which is explained about how the fishing and agriculture are taking place and runoff contamination of chemical runoff on wetland and all. We look over in the case study example in Vadodara region of Gujarat. It underscores the importance of rigorous EIA process, active public engagement, and legal frameworks that protect vulnerable ecosystem and the communities dependent on them, which was helpful for the protecting the environment from public engagement and frameworks and all. Balancing industrial growth with environmental integrity remains a critical challenge for Gujarat's future. Thank you.